Join us and discover beautiful beaches, rugged landscapes, pretty towns, desolate mountain ranges that sweep down to stunning lakes, unique architecture, history and folklore, no shamrocks, no shillelaghs, and definitely no shenanigans, just naked Ireland. We begin our journey around Derry City's walls at Magazine Gate, right beside the Tower Museum. This particular section of the wall has a large number of cannon out of a collection of 22 that exist around the walls of the city. It's one of the largest collections of cannon whose precise origins are known. From this section of Wall 2, you get a good view of Derry's Guildhall, a building that was built in 1890, and it stands on the site of an earlier town hall which was destroyed in the Siege of Derry in 1689. As we head up towards Ferryquay Gate and beyond, we'll pass a number of the city's cultural landmarks, such as the Millennium Forum. You might have noticed that artwork was by the famous sculptor Antony Gormley. And when we arrive at this gun emplacement, we can see how close we are on the walls here to the beating heart of the exterior of the city. And further along the walls, more cultural buildings, the Playhouse Theatre. And a little further along, the Centre for Contemporary Art. And we can see here as well the sharp contrast between the beautiful period buildings within the walls and the council housing that exists immediately outside the walls. And now in the distance we see St Columba's Cathedral. St Columbs is a Church of Ireland cathedral that was built by William Parrot in 1633. It's named after St Columba, who was an Irish monk who established a Christian settlement in the area. The cathedral contains many artefacts dating back to the Siege of Derry, including the original keys of the city. The walls were built between 1613 and 1619 to protect English and Scottish planters who had moved to Ulster as part of the plantation established by James I. Previous settlements had been destroyed by the Irish chieftain Cahir O'Doherty. The city was therefore officially renamed Londonderry in 1613. And whether the city should be called Derry or Londonderry has been in contention ever since. The famous Siege of Derry was part of the conflict of the Williamite War in Ireland. 13 apprentices took the keys of the city's gates, locking out the Earl of Antrim and his forces, who were loyal to James II. The siege then began on the 18th of April of 1689, after forces loyal to the king arrived ordering the city's surrender. The siege lasted until the 1st of August, almost 3.5 months. This gun emplacement and this part of the city's fortifications overlooks an area called the Bogside, a Catholic and Republican area. In 1969, an annual commemoration of those apprentice boys took place here and caused a provocation resulting in rioting breaking out, known now as the Battle of the Bogside. This is the Apprentice Boys' Hall. And judging by the fortifications that still exist here, there's still an element of siege.